We are only a week away from the G20 summit that is set to be held in Bali, Indonesia. Ahead of the summit, Indonesia's President Joko Widodo is already personally attending rehearsal sessions for the big event. Now, President Widodo, alongside Indonesia's Chief of the Armed Forces, Chief of Police, and a number of ministers, personally took part and oversaw G20 summit rehearsals at the Ampurva Kempinski Hotel in Bali. This particular spot at the hotel's main lobby will serve as the area where President Widodo will first receive G20 leaders and take a joint photo. Following the rehearsals, President Widodo also inspected numerous areas in the hotel that will be used for the G20 summit, from the ballrooms to the lunch areas. And meanwhile, on Monday, Indonesia's Armed Forces Commander General Andika Perkasa led an inspection ceremony of the security forces who have been assigned for the G20 summit in Bali. The ceremony was attended by hundreds of personnel from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Intelligence, and also police. General Andika Perkasa told journalists that a total of 18,030 personnel will be on patrol during the summit. 262 police officers will also form a security task force for top-level delegates at the event. Meanwhile, the implementation of various activities at the Indonesia's G20 presidency is providing a direct benefit for the Indonesian people. Among them is the potential of adding jobs of up to 33,000 workers and the contribution to the GDP in the amount of $533 million, which is equivalent to 7.4 trillion rupiah.
The G20 summit is set to be held in Bali and will provide a direct benefit to the Indonesian people. The event is estimated to contribute $533 million, or equivalent to 7.4 trillion rupiah, towards Indonesia's GDP, as well as to increase domestic consumption by up to 1.7 trillion rupiah. From all activities, from the main event to the side events, Indonesia's G20 presidency has the potential to add 33,000 jobs, mainly in the transportation sector, accommodation, MICE, or meeting, incentive, convention, and exhibition, as well as MSMEs, because nearly every event involves MSMEs in one way or another.
Barangkali kalau kita melihat rangkaian pertemuan yang sudah sebanyak itu dalam 1 tahun, multiplier efeknya, kemudian mendorong sektor lain, saya kalau diminta menghitung ulang, saya yakin akan lebih dari 1,7 triliun ini. Sebagai bandingan, tahun 2018 kita menyelenggarakan annual meeting IMF World Bank. Kebetulan saya juga ditugaskan sebagai ketua pelaksana hariannya di tingkat nasional. Ini sangat berbeda, karena kalau saat itu eventnya hanya di 1 kali, walaupun cukup panjang 1 minggu. Kalau ini sepanjang tahun dan ada 438 event di 25 kota. Jadi kalau bicara dampak atau manfaat nyatanya buat ekonomi kita, ini sangat terasa sekali.
The same message was conveyed by Nyoman Chuida, an expert staff from the Indonesian Coordinating Minister for Human Development and Culture, who said that the G20 event will have a positive direct impact to the Indonesian public. One of them being the increase in foreign tourism, that went up 1.8 to 3.6 million foreign tourist visits, and the adding of 600 to 700,000 jobs that's also been boosted by the culinary, fashion, and crafts sectors.
Yang kita harapkan dari G20 ini adalah meningkatkan devisa dari kunjungan delegasi ke Indonesia, kemudian menghidupkan sektor hospitality, mendukung peningkatan konsumsi domestik dan mengoptimalkan peran UMKM, serta meningkatkan pencapaian tenaga kerja. Di tengah-tengah dampak COVID-19, kita memiliki optimisme akan adanya perbaikan. Karena lahirnya kebijakan-kebijakan atau rumus-rumus kebijakan yang dibahas di dalam KTT G20 ini untuk perbaikan kesehatan berikutnya.
However, Nyoman believes that the economic benefits from the G20 summit should not be taken for granted and must be maintained, especially as after the G20 summit, a looming global crisis still lingers, including rising inflation, threats to food security, energy, and many other challenges that also impacts Indonesia. These are, of course, only projections, as the benefits of the summit will only be seen once the event concludes. However, there's no question that an event as large as this will contribute to Indonesia's economy.